Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, March 7th, 2025. Welcome to another eBay video. Before I get into today's eBay topics, I do have an announcement to make. You are all invited to an actual in-person eBay meetup right here in New York City if you want to come. It's going to be Tuesday, April the 8th, from 9:30 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. For those interested, I'm going to be putting a link in the description box so you can check it out yourself. It's the Greater New York City Area eBay e-commerce sellers meetup group. This one is very special because eBay is sending employees right here to New York City to meet with us and hopefully you. We're going to have people from eBay teams who will deep dive into promoted listings and eBay listing optimization. We're going to have other people. We're going to have a lot of experts talking about their experiences helping eBay sellers to thrive. Kathy Terrell, of course, runs the group. We're going to have the CMO of Vendu will be there. We're going to have networking opportunities, continental breakfast and lunch provided, raffles and swag galore. Okay? As of this moment, there are only 22 spots left. So if you're from this New York City area and you want to come and you want to have a good time, trust me, it's well worth it. I go to all these things. I strongly suggest click the link below and register, okay? You'll be happy you did. And there's one other perk that I didn't mention, but this is obvious. Crazy New York Driver will be there in person. In person. Okay? That being said, let us now talk about this week in eBay. Today we're going to be discussing the following eBay topics: automated feedback, an item not as described case from one of the most unscrupulous people around, from the state that I hate to deal with more than any other. I'm also going to talk about the customer from hell. This is an ongoing issue. And I'd like to talk a little bit about the eBay seller check-in and a few other things if time permits. So let's get right into it. Starting off with something called automated feedback. Don't get all excited. It ain't as good as it sounds. This is something that just started recently, and I noticed it yesterday when I was shopping around on eBay. If you're a new eBay seller with 0 feedback, or under 10 I believe it is, and you sell something, the person gets it, and they don't complain, eBay will automatically leave you positive feedback. Why they're only doing it for people that are brand new is beyond me. All the rest of us can go screw ourselves in Macy's window. The automated feedback only applies to new eBay sellers. I cannot come up with a rationale for this one. Apparently they value new sellers more than sellers who've been on the platform for 15, 20, or 25 years. That being said, in the last few weeks I've been telling you guys about an item not as described claim that was opened wrongly. The buyer violated policy. eBay ruled in my favor. Well, today I finally got the item back after all that. Now I want to show you the actual item and a couple of things. First of all, I want to show you the crack in question. I'm going to show you the actual crack is right here. See it? Okay. I described it perfectly in the listing, and I even took a close-up picture of it. But the scammer, and that's what he is, he's a scammer, said the item arrived cracked. and it was my fault. But eBay took care of me on that. But what I didn't know, and I found this out when I got it, was take a look. He broke it. He broke the clip. Piece of garbage. He broke the clip trying to put it on and then decided he'd just return it and say it arrived broken and cracked. Now, let's see how many of you guys have been paying attention to my eBay videos. What is the one state in the United States that I hate to deal with the most, more than anything else, because the people never read? I know you all know the answer, but just say it anyway. Go ahead. Go ahead. They know. Louisiana. And that's where this guy was from, Louisiana. If eBay ever had a tool to block out an entire state, I would block out the entire state of Louisiana. I asked this question a few years ago, where you guys have had your most problems. Some said California, some said New York. Not me. Louisiana. I could do very well without selling there. Okay. Now I'm going to entertain you guys with a story about the customer from hell and the stupidity of this person. I am often amazed at the stupidity of some of the eBay Motors buyers, especially when you lay out the ground rules, you tell them everything. Okay, I understand, and they go right ahead and do it their own way because they don't know what they're doing. Then they try and blame cute Joey. Now, I got to show you a few things for you to understand this, and I hope you get the concept here, but if not, don't worry about it. So I had this actual item listed, okay? A lady wants to buy it, and she wanted to know if she could use it on her car. This, you'll notice, has a kind of flimsy backing, and it's designed so that you can remove the center emblem. Let me show you this here. Look, you can remove the center emblem so you can lock it to your wheel, okay? This is an actual General Motors design. Not my favorite design, but indeed it's a General Motors design. Now, when she sent me a picture of her wheel, she showed me, inadvertently, that her cone was broken. If this is broken, you can't use the wire wheel as it's made because it won't stay on. And I did not have a center cone to sell her. I said to her, do not buy this item. I said, although it's correct for your vehicle, it will not fit because your center cone is broken. I don't have one to sell you. And if you find one, good luck. It's going to be hard to find and it's expensive. However, I said, I have something else that looks exactly the same that's made better. Watch this. I have some that are made with this beautiful tight backing which fits like a glove. No problem, no complaints. I said to her, all you have to do is bang it on with a rubber mallet. I said, listen to me, honey bunch. I said, don't do anything else. Just bang it on and you're good to go. I said, in fact, if you have any problems at all, once you get the item, contact me through eBay messages, okay? And I should tell you, she contacted me over the weekend. I think it was Sunday. Swear to Christ, at least 15 messages, one after the other, all right? The only reason I put up with that nonsense, which I usually don't, is because it was going to be a decent sale, okay? But I'll admit, I did have reservations. I shipped the item out first thing Monday morning, and she got it on Wednesday. Wednesday night, here come the messages. I want a partial refund because I took the center emblem out and it broke. And she shows me a picture where she ripped the center emblem out and broke it. No argument there. I said to her, what is wrong with you? I said, I told you to use a rubber mallet and bang it on and you'd be fine. I said, I'm absolutely not going to give you a penny in partial refunds. I don't give them and you ain't getting one. I said, you broke this. You didn't follow directions. I said, if you want to send the item back, I will give you a full refund. Now you're probably saying, Joe, why would you ever do that? That's stupid. No, it's not, because I'm using this. Number one, I know she doesn't want to send it back. All right? Number two, I think something bad's going to come of this, and I'm protecting myself ahead of time. So she writes back to me and says, the reason I pulled the emblem out was because I had one here that was better looking than yours, and I wanted to use mine. Well, too bad. I specifically told her, you can't pull these emblems out of every single cat. Some you can, some you can't. Well, she found out the hard way. She broke it. I said to her, I'm not giving you back a penny. I said, do you realize if I had $1 for every message you sent me, I could go out to a restaurant and eat lunch for free and probably have money left over? I did say that to her because I was sincerely upset that after all the time I put in to try and help her, she just went ahead and butchered the thing anyway. And boy, did she give me lip. And the only reason I don't have bad feedback from her right now is because you have to wait 7 days. So when the bad feedback comes in, I will appeal it. I will say she butchered the item. It's not in its original condition. She tried to manipulate the center, which you're not supposed to do in this case. And the messages will show that I gave her credible information. I'm to the point where we really need to do something about some of these people who are leaving unfair negative feedback. I've been reading a lot of the posts in the Facebook groups, as I always do. And there's a new scam going around. It has to do with cancellations. And unfortunately, I think Cute Joey has been ensnared this week. There are two type cancellations. Number one is a customer will buy something from you and immediately want to cancel because eBay has showed him the same item from your competition cheaper. Now that is a nasty, scumbag way to run business. However, like I always say, if I haven't boxed the item yet, I haven't printed the label, I will always agree to the cancellation. Conversely, if that label's printed and it's boxed, it's going. I don't care if the thing is sitting here on the ground, in my car, it's going. I told you the story about the clown with the Jeep last week who bought the item for his son. That kind of thing really triggers me. And I know some of you guys might get on my case about this, and you know what? Too bad. I don't have the comprehension level that there are adults over 18 that dictate to their parents to go out and look for parts for their vehicle. It's beyond my comprehension level, and even worse that the parents would do it. I did things on my own when I was freaking 13 years old, all right? I always looked out for myself. And it just bums me out when I see people today not looking out for themselves like this. But anyway, that guy learned an expensive lesson because he's already put the item in the mail. It's on its way back to me. I haven't got it yet, but he's paying $8 each way shipping because he wants to be a loving parent. Well, good for him. Good for him. Cost him $16 to be that loving parent. Next time he'll do a little research before purchasing. Now, I had another guy the other day, and this one does concern me. The guy purchased an item for approximately $125. I know the item is correct because he filled out the compatibility feature in eBay Motors and he has the correct car. So I printed the label, boxed the item, uploaded tracking. It's in the system. About 36 hours later, he writes back to me, "Cancel this order." "I'm not canceling anything," I said to him. I said, "I'm surprised you didn't notice that the tracking has been uploaded and it's already showing. Did you even look?" Now, here's where the problem comes in. People on Facebook are reporting that people are trying to cancel well after 24 hours, 36 hours, whatever, and then they dispute the charge with their credit card and they get to keep the item and they get their money back. Now, when these kind of things happen, eBay usually protects us. They protected me in the past. I don't get that many of these, but they do happen. But from what I'm reading on Facebook, it seems to be increasing at an alarming rate. And I am concerned. So I will let you know in next week's video or the one after if this guy tries anything like that. I'm just amazed. And it takes a little bit to amaze me. It amazes me that they think they can wait 36 hours after the tracking's been uploaded, not after they made the purchase, after the tracking's been uploaded, and they dismiss me like I'm some kind of a servant. Cancel this order. Nope. Not canceling. That's not how it works. So can you guys tell me, recently, have you noticed an increase in cancellations, especially after maybe 24 hours that you have printed the label and uploaded the tracking info? Because it seems to be a big problem. And sooner or later, eBay is going to have to step in and say, "Hey, we're changing policy." They haven't done it yet. I sure hope they do it soon. Last Friday, I received another neutral feedback, which of course eBay refuses to remove. And it has to do with something that I call cherry picking. This is an occasional problem I run into, but it may have happened again this week. Here's what happened last week. Or actually, it started 3 weeks ago. A guy from Puerto Rico purchased a set of 4 trim rings from me. I shipped him the items. Of course, he sent me a best offer for a cheaper price than I was asking, but I accepted it. Sent him the items, he got them, left me positive feedback, and said something like, "Items quickly shipped. They had some dings and blemishes, but they're good enough." Okay. A few days go by, I list another set of the same thing. The same guy sends me a best offer. So I was a little bit skeptical because why is he buying 4 more? But anyway, the first deal went okay, so I accepted his offer, sent him the 4 rings, and he leaves me neutral feedback saying something like, you could check this for yourself, something like, "These have more scratches than I thought they did. I was hoping to get 2 really good ones out of these to combine with the 2 best ones of the previous set to make a primo set." That is what's known as cherry picking, taking the best 2 from one group and combining them with the best 2 from another group. Coincidentally, earlier this week, I sold a set of unusual 1964 hubs to a different customer. He paid right away. All right, no problem. The next day, I dug out another set of the same type hub, cleaned them up, took pictures, listed them. Same guy buys them. Now he's got 2 sets. What he could do, theoretically, he could cherry pick the best 2 out of each box, keep them, and send me back the 4 worst ones. Now, I'm not saying he's going to do that, but it is possible, and it has happened before. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen, and it's known as cherry picking. But the fact that this guy left me neutral feedback rubbed me the wrong way, and I asked eBay concierge, and the guy gave me the whole spiel about, well, the guy's entitled to his opinion, you should reach out to the buyer, da 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 da. And after he was done, I asked him a question, and I could tell that the question caught him off guard, and he was a bit perturbed by the question. I said to him, I have to ask you something. Did you just read all of that from a script? Because that's exactly what it sounded like to me. I've been selling on eBay for 25 years. I can tell when someone's reading off a script or not. And I'm dissatisfied, very dissatisfied, with eBay's laissez-faire attitude toward unwarranted neutral or negative feedback. First of all, there's no reason to have neutral feedback in the world. Either you're happy, positive, or you're not happy, negative. Neutral has a negative connotation, and there's absolutely no reason for it. This kind of thing really upsets me because eBay has always been and still could be a cash cow. It's the best place to sell your used items. If you don't mind hitting a lot of bumps in the road and getting a little aggravated now and then, you're going to make some nice money, okay? I still say that. I still say there's a lot of money to be made on eBay. But if they would fill in these black holes and antiquated policies, everybody would benefit. Sellers would benefit, and buyers would benefit too. I'm telling you something. They really need a thorough renaissance, a thorough rebirth of many of the policies. They need to be rewritten, and in some cases, they need to be adequately enforced. That's my opinion. All right, moving on to the seller check-in. eBay threw Joey a curveball with this seller check-in. Normally they have them during the week, middle of the week. This time they did it on a Friday from 3 o'clock p.m. to 5 o'clock p.m., which presents quite a big problem for Joe because I like to release my video at 5 o'clock p.m. I can't be making my video and watching the seller check-in at the same time. In addition, if I watch the seller check-in and I want to report to you everything that happened, the video is going to be much later than 5 o'clock p.m. So what to do, what to do. I'm afraid we'll just have to cover the seller check-in in a future video. There's no other way around it. I'm Crazy New York Driver, you're not. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you make a lot of sales this week. Rock on and peace!